I remember when I was little that I used to be really, really small. And I must have been because the world was so huge then. Things were just totally different. The world was gigantic. And I would just spend so much time wandering around trying to find my way through it. My family owned this farm, and we used to live out in the middle of nowhere. But there were all kinds of places to go exploring. Just go on walks through the garden or out in the woods and see what you could find. But one of my most vivid memories from that time is this one day when I was going to school and I missed the bus. And I went running after the bus down the road and watched it fade off into the distance and ended up having to walk to school. And it was a hell of a walk. It was muddy out and there was, miles and miles between me and the school, and I just didn't want to turn back because I was afraid of being late for school or missing school. And I tried to take a shortcut by coming over some hills and a neighbor's house. I had to make my way through all these briars and found myself walking right through their garden, which was ready for planting. I just remember that it seemed to take forever. It was a whole lifetime of walking and walking, just trying to get to school. Kind of, my memories of that time are mixed up with a lot of dreams I've had since then. And I think that's a recurring dream I've had for years to come about missing the bus or being late for school. It's always been a fear of mine that I would have to, I would go through all of that trouble, walk through, snow and ice or rain or mud or anything so I wouldn't have to be late. And I don't even know what it was about it that was so scary to me. But I feel like I could have that same dream right now. I mean, I know I've had that dream where I miss the bus or I'm late for school as recently as half a year ago. I probably had that dream 2 or 3 times last year. There I was, maybe on my way to high school, which was even further away from my house, trying to navigate my way through some crazy shortcut and getting a shoe lost in a crevice, maybe having to tunnel my way under the highway, and all the hardships I would go through just to get there. I think it's odd that my formal education served to give me a complex about being on time for things. But whenever I look back on these nightmares that I have, I always marvel at the odd, different places that pop up in these dreams and how that has shaped what I call my childhood in my memory. Because I know that all these memories I have of that time are riddled with bits and pieces that really came from dreams I've had. And reconciling dreams with reality is always pretty hard. I guess that as my real memories start to fade, my mind has just started to create new ones to fill in the gaps. It's not important to me whether or not these memories are of dreams or reality, because when you're little, both worlds are equally real.